Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a Q&A session on none other than Key Concept 3.3. Oh my goodness. So I pulled a couple of tweets that you guys tweeted at me about Key Concept 3.3 and I'm just gonna rapid fire answer these questions. I'm wearing this shirt, ironically or unironically, you choose, whatever. Is it hot in here, or is it just the temperature of South and Latin America? Oh, I actually have a gift for you guys. His name is Pepe, the jalapeno pepper. Just wanted to let you guys know that he's here. So question number 1 from one of you guys says, what is Key Concept 3.3 about? That's a really good question, because what is it? So basically, it's all about increased economic productive capacity and consequences, specifically for me in Latin America, including Mexico and Central and South America.
Make me all giddy.
Heard it from here first. The Concept 3.3 makes you giddy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes you really.
Exactly. To add on a little bit, I have my notes here that I pulled up because I'm professional. Changes in trade networks resulted from stimulated increasing productive capacity with important implications for social and gender structures and environmental processes. The productivity rose in both agriculture and industry. Can you believe that? Rising productivity supported population growth and urbanization, but also strained environmental resources and at times caused dramatic demographic swings. As seen by every single other group in the world, if you have more food, you get a surplus of food due to specialization, and then the group grows and you establish new territories. And the shifts in production and the increased volume of trade also stimulated new labor practices, including adaptation of existing patterns of free and coerced labor, and social and gender structures evolved in response to these changes. This is stated by Freemanpedia. So question number 2 is, what time period does this Key Concept include? Key Concept 3.3 is in the post-classical era. Bear with me, I know that's kind of a mouthful. So it begins in the 600 CE to 1450 CE. Question numero the question is asked, what do the Americas? Miss Milstead, please don't kill me. So the Americas also had an agricultural increase during this time period. Whoa. In agricultural productivity, thanks to the various technological advancements that were put into place. Number 4. I sounded like a fly. Number 4. What groups specifically in the Americas did this include? The groups that... So this basically included the Aztecs, the Incans, and the Andeans, the little mountains. And fun fact, the major city of all the movement and trade and agriculture and all that good stuff was called Tenochtitlan. Up on the screen now. Question number 5 says, what technology did the Mesoamericans develop? So there's a whole bunch of technology that they developed. They were really smart. So the first thing that they developed were things called chinampas. And if you did your Key Concepts, you should probably know what this is. But if you didn't, I'll just explain it for you. So chinampas were floating gardens that were built in lakes, and these chinampas were so good that they provided 2/3 of the food of Tenochtitlan. This is what a chinampa looks like. It's basically little rows, and you can see the water in between with the plants growing in there. That's basically what Mesoamerica developed. But question number 6 has to do with what specifically the Andeans developed. They used the waru system, where rows of crops were planted higher than the water irrigation, and it was in order to limit erosion and increase rain collection. As everyone knows, it's really hot in South America. There wasn't a lot of rain, and because there wasn't a lot of rain, they had to make do with what they already had. And some of the countries being located in the center of South America, they didn't have access to oceans or many bodies of water, so they had to use the little rain collection that they did get in order to be able to grow these crops and feed their people. They're smart. The Waru Waru, where you can see that the water is being collected. Question number 7 asks, were there any technologies that did not involve new technology? And this question is kind of weird. There were new forms of coerced human labor that arose from this era. Specifically in the Americas, the Incans made something called the Incan Mita, where they forced all males from ages 15 to 50 to complete mandatory public service called corvée. But the Incans were very considerate and allowed time for people to work on their own land. So specifically the service that they would have to serve could be in the form of agriculture, road building, or fighting in the military. You guys forgot to ask me about terracing, which was another very important technology during this post-classical era. Terracing is the steep incline of a mountain. So like think about like a little mountain, right? And then you like cut chunks of the mountain off to make like little steps, and that way when the water poured down, it went down the steps. So think about like a little slinky or a ball going down the stairs. It's gonna like hit every single stair step on the way. So that's basically what it did with water and the minerals and like all of the fertilized good stuff. So when the runoff, when it started at the top, it would also run off to the other steps of the mountain. None of anything was wasted or run off. It also allowed for a lot more space of planting things. So here's the terrace wall. Here are the little steps. Here is where it's like cut into the mountain. I think that's all I have for you guys today, and I hope that you learned, because I think I'm a pretty okay teacher. Latin America rocks.